Hey everybody, it's Kira. Welcome back to Glow Beauty Wellness. Okay, so in today's video, I want to talk about, I wrote notes, focusing on yourself and coming into yourself. So it is still a theme that focusing on yourself is selfish. I hear all the time where it's like, oh, I give so much to my family, I give so much to my friends, I give so much to my spouse, I give so much to my job, but I still feel unfulfilled. I still feel unhappy. And then I'll say, well, have you been working out? Have you been eating properly? Have you been going to your therapy sessions? Whatever self care modalities that you used to do, are you doing that? Well, no, because I'm so stressed out because I'm taking care of this person, that person. Well, listen, you're not going to feel good if you're not taking care of yourself. You are not going to feel good if you're working yourself to the bone. You are not going to feel good if you are worried about everybody else's feelings and thoughts, so on and so forth, but your own. You have to show up for yourself first in order to receive all that is meant for you. If you are continuing to pour from an empty cup and you are wondering, how come I'm not happy? What do you mean, how come? The problem is that most people think that they feel good and they feel full by giving to everybody else. I love giving to people. I love doing things for people. I love all of that. But what I do for others can never impact what I do for me because you always, always, always end up feeling resentful. Always, it never fails. So, you have to get comfortable with telling people this is what I need for me. And the people that don't get it, they gotta go. Or, okay, let's not be that extreme right now. But we're gonna assume that you have the best people around you, right? You have the best partner, you have the best children, boss, you have the best situation, right? And they are gonna 100% understand. I got here. They are gonna 100% understand that I'm sorry, I cannot go to the fall banquet with you because I need a mental health day. Case in point today, right? Like, no, this trip, I'm in Las Vegas with my husband, and this is a business trip. He is training. And every time I come to a training with him, I like to show up for one or two of the days of training. And, but when we got here, it was such a tumultuous, like, way that we even came, right? So the flight, we landed here fine, but we ended up at the wrong hotel because usually where the conference is, the conference that we always come to, the winter conference, is usually at one particular hotel. So we went to that one particular hotel and they didn't have a reservation for us because it's a different conference. So long story short, you all, it was a 2.5 hour delay from our landing until I got to take a shower and go to sleep. I was tired. The plan was for me to go to day one training. Do you know what I said? I'm not going. In a nice way, I said, baby, I'm going to take today off. I'm going to take Monday off. The original plan was for me to come and like do breakfast start time until lunchtime. But the plan has changed because I'm tired. I have to take this time for me. And that's exactly what I did. And I don't want to say it doesn't matter how he felt about it because I knew that it was a frustrating situation anyways. But people will respect you for standing up for yourself. When you don't stand up for yourself and people understand, well, she has no boundaries, she can, nobody is really going to know when you're tired. Like, being honest, we can do a lot. We're capable of a lot. We're capable of handling different things, juggling different things and stuff like that. So could I have pushed through for him, sure, but no, my life is about me. And I think that concept confuses some people because it sounds, I guess it sounds bad to some people, but my life is about me. I get to experience other people within my life. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing applies for them. Um, do what's best for you. And people that love you will understand that. Did he want me there on day one? Yes, but baby, I'm tired. And he understood that. And me choosing to not go, some might say, oh, it's selfish, but others might say, which would be silly, right? In my opinion. But I'm tired and I need to rest. What happens when we overwork and we overdo? We get sick, we injure ourselves, so on and so forth. So because I'm so tapped in with self, I understood and understand that I need rest. So coming into yourself and focusing on yourself. This is also about making sure you feel good most of the time versus, oh, life is hard. I don't believe that. I haven't believed that in a long time. I don't believe that life is hard. I believe life is what we make it. I believe we have a choice to say if this situation is good or bad or it's a lesson. All situations are neutral. We assign what this is. So I could have assigned Sunday as a horrible blunder, and I could have said, to my husband, I could have been like, oh, you're so this, you're so that. I could have made him feel bad for just being a human being, right? But what good would that have done? That would have made me more angry. We would have gotten into an argument. And all that I did, I kept quiet. I kept calm. My goal was to get to the hotel room. That was the goal. So I say all that to say, I got here and I'm continuing to get here by focusing on myself and focusing on what I need in a moment-to-moment basis to show up the best version of myself. And sometimes that looks like, you all, retreating from people, retreating from events, parties, retreating, detoxing. You only know what you need, but you have to take that dive to see, what do I need right here, right now? And even so, I also went to visit my friend in California last week. And I typically work out every single day. At least I try, and I usually am 5 to 6 days a week. But typically I hit that 6-day mark, and I have an active rest day because it's just in my bones. Like I'm just like, I gotta get it. I gotta stay active. I'm really obsessed with with my step count, right? But my mom and I, the flight there wasn't super early, and we weren't doing a whole lot, but just traveling itself can be tiring. And had to wake up early just to prepare for the flight. And while I was in LA, I did not work out. Like, I took 3 days off. That's what I needed. My body was telling me, you need to rest. And so I decided to rest. But you only get that type of insight when you focus on yourself and you develop a really good relationship with yourself. My friend went to the gym. I didn't go with her. Have a good workout. I'll watch the baby. I'm going to be in my PJs until, actually, I think that day I didn't even do anything because the next day we had a 5 a.m. flight. So you get to that space of like, I'm good. Do you, do what's best for you. It's no hard feelings, but this is what I need for me. And we're coming to almost the 10 minute mark for this video. I've said it many times on this channel. I've been on YouTube since like 2015. And I've been saying the same thing. You got to understand that you have to put yourself first. And that's when you get the best out of life. When you decide, I'm living for me. And the people that understand that, they understand that. The people that don't, I show up for a lot of people. And they're not mad when I do what's best for me because they're on that same wavelength. The truth is, most people are actually selfish in the negative way, where they are just thinking of self and they're not even like pouring into themselves. They just, what can I get for me? What can I get for me? I'm selfish and that I need to make sure I take care of me so that I can take care of everybody else in the ways that I do, the energetic ways that I do, so I can show up for my husband as soft as possible and not this rigid, bitch, because I'm go, go, go all day. I show up for my kids. I show up for, the work that I do accordingly because first and foremost, I show up for me. Me showing up for me and pouring into me allows me to show up the best version of myself. I hope that this helps. I hope that you understand. I hope that, you seek whatever you need to seek in order to get into that space if you are struggling with putting yourself first. I pray that you understand and that the people around you start to appreciate the fact that taking care of you means taking care of them as well. That's going to do it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.